And our newspaper reviewer, Chukwudi Okolu-Ubacha, is seated in the studios. Chukwudi, is as if I transferred my cold, my flu to you.
You have not transferred any flu. This, as you said the other time, I doubted you a bit. You said this is the real Harmattan period of Abuja, not the December, January. No. This is the real cold time in Abuja.
From the ground.
22 degrees.
Yes, 22
centigrade.
20, yes.
That's it.
Not only in Abuja, it's also very cold in Lagos as well. I just came back from Lagos.
Oh, you just came back from Lagos.
Oh, that's nice.
And it's cold.
With all the body heat?
Yeah, it's cold in Lagos.
Oh, you made it.
Yes, yes. So,
I think climate change also has a hand.
Climate change.
Of course, it's climate change.
But it's raining here. It's not raining there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not raining where?
In Lagos.
Really?
It's raining here.
Coastal Lagos? You could as well tell me it's not raining in Ueli and Wari.
Well, I believe it's good news for Lagos with the flooding and all that in the VI and all that.
That's a good one.
Better. Let's quickly go to the papers, Mr. Chukwudi. I'll begin with the Blueprint newspaper. And above the Blueprint newspaper, agro-policy verdict on Yobe budgetary performance is sparing. That's coming from the governor of Yobe State, Boni. And below the masthead, no cause for alarm over rise of Alo Dam. That's coming from the governor of Borno State, Babagana Umara Zulum. The Tigers beat Mali to clinch 5th consecutive Afro basket crown. You find all the details on page 32. And motorists queue 10 hours for CNG, want infrastructure expansion with riders. Free kits cheaply sold out by taxi operators, reason for increased users. FG should ensure steady availability of gas, and we are smiling home. Our daily take-home has increased. That's coming from drivers using the CNG. And 2027, why Tinubu can't be unseated by any politician. PDP chieftain Olujimi. And the picture story you see there, Nigerians queuing to buy the CNG gas for their cars. At the bottom plate of the Blueprint, Kiamo defends 712 billion naira MMIA renovation. Fan MD Kuku unveils scope of work, seeks understanding. And troops, DSS rescue kidnapped Taraba Varsity lecturer. Details on page 31. Bandits kidnap over 50 Zamfara villagers. Details on page 13. Hotel under construction collapses, kills owner in Edo. Details on page 6. And 4 suspects arraigned over 5 million naira theft, burglary at Ikeja Police College. Let's quickly go to the Leadership newspaper. The Leadership newspaper, and above the masthead of the Leadership newspaper, FG extend deadline for NIS NSCDC prisons recruitment. Details on page 6. Goodluck Jonathan visits IBB in Minna. Find details on page 7. Below the masthead, 712 billion Lagos airport renovation to be funded without loans, says Kiama. Details on page 7. Rainstorm wreaks havoc on Plateau community. Flood submerges farmlands in Niger and Kogi State. Find the details on page 4. NAFDAC seizes substandard drugs, tomato paste worth to 20.5 billion naira. Details on page 38. Side piece of the picture story. Man rescued after 10 hours under Abuja building rubble. Details on page 7. Very lucky man there. Katsina Emirate appoints 5 new district heads. Find the details on page 39. Nigeria will soon experience divine restoration. That's coming from the Anglican primate. Details on page 22. ACF rejects Peter Obi's reiterated one-term pledge. Describes vow as mere political strategy. My word is my bond, former Labour Party presidential candidate insists. Details on page 4. And at the bottom plate of the Leadership newspaper, North heads key security offices can't claim marginalization, Kaduna governor there. And the picture of the victorious Tigress as they clinch their 5th consecutive FIBA Women's Afro-Basket title. That's the victorious picture. You see them there smiling. Congratulations to the Tigress. Mr. Demola?
Yeah, congratulations to them. I have this Nigerian newspaper, and just beside the nameplate, we have 75 billion MSMEs yet to be assessed after 2 years, says the minister, Eno. Details of that story can be found on page 2. NNPCL, confusion over alleged resignation of GMD Ojulari. Presidency security dismiss report of forced exit as protesters demand probe over alleged fraud. Staff silent amid growing tension at headquarters. Details on page 5. NDLEA arrest dispatch riders distributing illicit drugs in Abuja. MMIA rehabilitation aims to elevate Nigeria's aviation to global standards. FAN. Syrup gives Niger governor 48 hours to reverse decision to shut down Badegi FM as Arawa media practitioners threaten to boycott Bago's activities. Details of the story is on page 6. All right, Chooks.
These syrup people, ultimatum givers. I wonder how effective these things are. Anyway, I've not said anything. No cause for alarm over rise of water in Alo Dam. That's coming from my champion governor, Babagana Zulu of Borno State. And I pray he really is sure of what he's talking about. Because the fear of water, flood, is the beginning of wisdom at this time in Nigeria.
He's an engineer. I believe they will be able to trace the problem.
No, Babagana Zulu is a champion anytime. They could not know. Jealous me. He is my champion.
No, we love him.
Yeah. Motorists queued 10 hours for compressed natural gas. They want infrastructural expansion. Free kits, cheaply sold out by taxi drivers, reason for increased users. They are talking about why the sudden. And the one that interests me is we are smiling home. Our daily take-home pay has increased. Drivers. It's cheaper to use CNG.
Yeah.
Competition has come even among the fuels, because firewood is fuel. Petrol, PMS, is fuel. Diesel is fuel. CNG is fuel. So competition is not just between Dangi Baba and Dangote and NNPCL and the rest of them. Even the fuels are competing. Who says Nigeria is not moving forward?
But one thing is the drivers are not telling the passengers they are using CNG. They just, the transportation...
Not to worry, just as I talk about the landlords of Abuja,
down.
You can't price yourself out of your market. A time will come, you're not telling them, the alternatives they have must leak out and prices will be forced down at the end of the day. It's going to happen. It's market forces. Even in Nigeria, market forces are beginning to work. So let's praise the handlers of the economy at the moment.
You just talked about the landlords in Abuja. What about them?
We need to talk about
I'm not a Band A resident, so let me talk about it. Stop laughing mischievously. We need to talk about it.
Even Band Z residents are crying with the way the landlords increase rent in Abuja more than 1,000%, from 500 to 1.5.
I keep talking about Lagos. I'm not from Lagos, but it's a model state for this country in many ways. When I was quarreling at Yanokmaja, don't tell me I lived in Yanokmaja, over my rent, Godwin, the tenant, said, Lagos State Rent Edict permits us to increase rent not beyond 25% within this particular... He told me.
But many of
so Lagos at that time would tell landlords you can't go beyond this point. Why are we not having it here?
In the FCT.
But Shooks, many of them still violate that law.
They violate it, but at least there's an edict.
There is.
We don't go to court easily. We don't challenge things. So don't blame government.
That is the question.
Don't blame the government of Lagos.
Yes.
Can we please do that as well in Abuja? You can't just increase rent anyhow.
You can't.
You can't. But they'll price themselves out.
I hope Wuke will look into this issue and try to find
I pray he does.
a solution, because workers are being pushed away from Abuja itself. And the transportation cost is not coming down. How do they come to work?
They're pushing them towards insecurity.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but the villages are no longer safe.
They are no longer safe.
My place in Iseluku, if you know what they're talking about there now, I don't want to give my place bad publicity. But if you hear what they are saying now, it's shocking. It's shocking. Which day Ojulari enter? Where would they here say?
There's resignation, something confusion over alleged resignation.
Nigerians
of GMD.
like speculation.
Well,
the important thing is,
there's no smoke without fire.
Fine, if he's leaving, let him leave, as long as there's no hanky-panky about it. Soldier go, soldier come. I don't know why editors make some headlines from certain things.
Well, maybe
the important thing is due process should be followed if he's going to exit. Government is saying there's nothing like a forced exit and all that. You know, whatever it is, let them resolve it. Let them resolve it.
But is this rising concern over these dispatch riders, getting involved in illicit drugs, trafficking, and all that, and being arrested in Abuja? Nothing is.
Dispatch riders. What about these people I suspect?
Who?
Those what do you call them? The big motorcycle. Those who ride for fun.
Yeah.
Those motorcycles, they say, cost more than my Renault. Yeah. They could also be part of it.
How much is it now?
It don't bother. The point is this. We exploit any loophole that occurs in this country. It's not just those riders. That has become our nature. So at the end of the day, it is enforcement. You give one Igbo man. See, the reason I don't like this man is that if you give him allowance, he'll begin to find allowance. That's the way we are. Yet, the mosques and the churches will fill to the brim on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays. You can't mock God. Nobody can deceive him.
You can't.
Anyway, chicks, if we give you Allah, you will take a long allowance. So it's better we let you go now.
Bye-bye, guys. Have a nice day.
All right.